Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks a lot for having us. I am Christina. I'm a partner at Astanor Ventures. Astanor Ventures is a little bit closer, an agri-food tech impact investor, SDR9. We expanded into the bioeconomy. We do a lot of synthetic biology, recently also more medical foods investment. We closed most recent second fund in September. It's a 360 million fund coming after our first fund, which was a 260 million fund. Jamie, the CEO of Calyxia, is what we call a Fund 1 investment, one of our portfolio companies that we are really, really excited about. Jamie will tell you more about the traction he has got recently. Calyxia is a B2B clean tech platform for microencapsulation. Microencapsulation is everywhere, and he will speak particular in where he finds microencapsulation in agriculture and all the verticals and assays and applications.
Thank you, Christina. So today I'll share a little bit about Calyxia's activity in agriculture and specifically how we address one of the biggest challenges of the 21st century, which is how to combine food security with sustainable agriculture, which is a key challenge. And the reason why food security is a big challenge today is that there are over 700 million people in the world that are facing chronic hunger. It's huge. And with rising populations in Africa, this number is going to increase. So to fill this deficit, the world needs to produce about 30 to 50% more food, more crops by 2050, whilst also adhering to sustainable development and sustainable agriculture. So the first question is, why is it so hard to produce food, to produce crops? Well, it's so hard to produce crops because to produce crops, they have to outcompete 30,000 types of weeds, 70,000 types of fungi, diseases, 13,000 types of insects and worms that eat the crops. So this is why the sort of herbicides for protection are so important, why fungicides are so important, and why insecticides are so important in terms of maintaining current crop yields, but also increasing further food production. Now, in order to produce another 30 to 50% more food, farmers have to ask themselves a question: how do we do this? Well, they can't use more land because that would cause deforestation, and we have enough arable land. They can't increase the amount of herbicides, insecticides, or pheromones because that will increase the cost of food, and it will also have an impact in terms of soil health and carbon emissions. So how do we combine more food production but with sustainable agriculture? Well, this is what Calyxia aims to address. So at Calyxia, we have a product platform called NaturaCaps, and I'll tell you more about that in a second, that aims to help farmers produce more crops, but with sustainable agriculture principles of planet, people, and profit. So Calyxia is an industrial business-to-business company, and we work with major agrochemical companies like Syngenta, BASF, Corteva, companies like this. These type of companies provide Calyxia with an ingredient, a herbicide, for example, or a fungicide that is safe, that's sustainable, that is already certified, and that has a regulatory path ahead with no regulatory restrictions. We then wrap these ingredients in 10 micrometer spheres called microcapsules that help to contain the herbicide, helps to protect the herbicide, and helps to prolong the efficacy. Why this is important is because farmers can then spray encapsulated herbicides instead of free herbicides, and the capsules will protect against evaporation, which causes 70% loss. They protect against runoff, which can cause about 20% loss, and they can extend the efficacy of these ingredients. So we have demonstrated that farmers can use 3 to 5 times less herbicides using our technology. Now that is huge. That is absolutely huge. Like if farmers can use 3 to 5 times less herbicide for the same crop yield, that has an enormous impact in terms of sustainable agriculture. In terms of the planet, less herbicides means less treatments, huge CO2 impact. Our capsules are biodegradable, so they leave no trace into the environment. In terms of people, less herbicides, less fungicides means less exposure to farmers. It also makes the unit economics of producing food better. And in terms of profit, because our manufacturing technology, that's highly patented, is low cost, we're also able to make a very profitable business out of this. So that's how we're able to get farmers to maintain crop yields with lower ingredients, or produce more food with still lower ingredients, but also combine that with people, planet, and profit principles.
So thank you very much, Jamie. I think it's very important to say that microencapsulation is something that is quite ubiquitous, and something to emphasize here as well, that the technology is a platform technology, so the efficacy example that Jamie just gave holds true for consumer goods, cosmetics as well. And perhaps you can briefly touch upon those aspects as well, and then we should make sure we have some time as well, that you tell the audience where you are in terms of your fundraise and company development.
Fantastic. So we did, starting off in the agriculture market, McKinsey did an analysis, and in agriculture market, there's a SAM of about 5 billion and a TAM of about 40 billion by 2030. And the reason we're going to be the leader in this market, I guess, is fivefold. First, as Christina said, farmers already use capsule suspensions. It's the fastest growing product format in agriculture. They've been used for 20 years. There's over 1,000 products that contain microcapsules today. The problem is they're microplastic and low performing, and the European Commission just put a ban on these as of 2 months ago. And so our first market, which is very low-hanging fruit, is to replace existing microplastic, low-performing capsules with a biodegradable, high-performing capsule. So there's no real market risk because the market is there. On the technology side, we work with world-leading customers today. They've qualified at the greenhouse, at the field trials, and we have customer testimonies that says no other encapsulation company comes anywhere close to us in terms of cost, performance, and sustainability. We also have patents granted across the world. In terms of industrial, we've already produced at scale. We have a capacity of 500 tons today, and all future scale-up is copy-paste of existing assets, so no industrial risk. On a financial side, each asset costs 2 million and takes 6 months lead time to install a new asset. So we can duplicate capacity in response to sales cadence, minimizing financial aspects of a big CapEx upfront investment. And on our team, I'm the technology product-focused CEO, but with me we have the managing director, who's a VP of Saint-Gobain, CFO, who is CFO of Marc Jacobs, CHRO, VP of Schneider. Our head of operations was an operating partner at McKinsey. And for our business of agriculture, we have a former VP of agriculture of BASF, who leads the agriculture business. So we have no market risk, no technology, no industrial, no financial, or no team risk. And that's why we have no risk or limited risk, but also a massive market available for us where we're in the leading position. I see we have 1 minute 45 seconds here.
How can the investors in the audience come in, Jamie?
Okay, so I'll say that very briefly, we have the agriculture business. We also have a consumer care business and a materials business, all of which are thriving. We have a pipeline of about 300 to 500 million revenue in 2030, 1 billion plus 2035. And that also, those three business aspects also give really good scope for different monetization routes, IPO, or strategic sale of businesses. And now, so we had our Series A with Astanor back in 2021, where we raised 15 million. And we're very happy with Astanor as an investor. They're very, very good. If you're raising money, contact Astanor. They're very, very good. But we're now also raising our Series B, where we aim to close early next year. We're looking for a lead investor for our Series B, where we're raising about 30 million. So if there's interest within the audience to learn more about the company, partner with us, or even invest with us, then please contact me at jamie.walters@calyxia.com. Add me on LinkedIn, Jamie Walters Calyxia, or come and see me either after this presentation or throughout the rest of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for everyone, and thank you very much for NOAH for having us and giving Calyxia the opportunity, Jamie, to pitch here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, NOAH.